There was an armed guard at Columbine who actually engaged the shooters in gunfire outside the school before they went in. He was outgunned. There was an armed guard at Parkland. He fled. Cops showed up at Uvalde and waited for over 40 minutes in the hallway listening to children get slaughtered. And that wasn't just one armed person. That was a fuck ton of them. Now, obviously, that's not always the case. We saw what the men and women in Tennessee did, and it was phenomenal. But it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work. You're taking some guy who's a retired or off-duty county cop, and you're making him the security officer. You're taking a cop off of duty during the day and making him the armed security guard. I said it a million times. I'll say it again. If I wanted to get into my kid's school any day of the week, I know where I begin, with the one guy who's there that's armed. We got to stop with this armed guard bullshit, and we got to make these schools impossible to get into. Bulletproof glass, blast-proof doors. Make it harder to get into one of our kids' school than it is to get into the cockpit of an Israeli airline. That's where we need to start. That's where we need to begin. We've seen this before. It doesn't work. How many dead at Parkland? How many dead at Columbine? And that's just 2 instances where there was an armed guard at a mass shooting. We got to make access to guns limited. We got to expand mental health. We got to expand our gun regulations, and we got to make our schools impenetrable. This isn't a one answer fits everything. Just more people with guns. That'll make it work. If more people with more guns meant a safer community, America would be the safest country on the planet, and we're not. Period.